We took out all of the latches on the bottom. That was a very simple job. We removed all of the hooks. We've manufactured all of the little strike plates that we need from square tubing. And there are half ones here because of some of the doors only need one. These ones can go on the frames that are in between two doors so that each door has a strike plate. These ones, like the doors on the end, only need half one. So we got these all ready to go. Right. Well, here's an interesting one. This is actually one of the new ones that we bought that has rivet holes in it. I prefer these. They're more substantial, but it's very straightforward, very simple. And I'm going to grab my welding helmet. And you can see we're getting ready to begin welding the strike plates on, and this one is all set up. So I got it at the right height. You can see there's no hole in it yet. What we're going to do is I'm going to weld it on, and then I'm going to drill the holes. But we have some leeway here. As long as it's in generally the right height, which I'll double check before I actually do the weld, it should be okay. So that's not so bad.
Hi everybody. So today Patrick and I are working on the bay door handles. I'm going to show you what he's up to, and then I'm going to kind of walk you through our process. Hi baby.
Hi.
Okay. So this is what the finished door looks like when it's unlocked. When it's locked, it looks like that. And also the finished door has weather stripping on it. So I'm going to show you the steps. So first of all, we welded on what we're calling strike plates, and then we welded holes into them. So on both sides, and then Patrick is going around and he's cutting this shape out because that allows for this handle to go in. Now we have one set of handles that actually screw in on the inside, and they look like this. You'll see this got screws.
And bolts.
Bolts, yep.
Welded to the back.
Yep, so that's why they're all flat right here. And then we have one set that is that's riveted in that same spot. So we're gonna use the set that looks like this with the bolts all on the driver's side of the bus, and then on the other side of the bus we'll use the one with rivets. So they won't be identical, but they're close enough and they look pretty good. So the way this works, let's see if I can pull this down and show you. There we go. Is the back side of the handle looks like this, and when we turn it, all of these rods turn. You see we've got 3 rods, left, right, and one that goes up and down. And the rods protrude from the outside, and we put those holes in the door there, and one over here as well. And then we got this upper rod in place with that L bracket. And so when it closes, it latches on to the strike plate, and it's very weather tight because of this awesome little weather stripping. So we're doing that all the way around, and it's working really well so far. You have anything you want to add, honey?
Well, I think it's important to talk about how the old system, people are going to say, well, why did you change it? What's going on? The old system had little plastic handles here, and you see them on the other side that you'd pull off, and they would engage little rods inside that would engage other rods that went up the door to the top. And it was locked on all 4 sides, or all 4 points rather, all 4 corners, using these little things that would then click onto pins that were
They used to be there.
And on the bottom and inside the bus as well. And a couple of the doors
mostly worked.
mostly worked. The rest of them didn't. They were seized up. They would lock, and we couldn't get them open, or we couldn't get them properly closed.
These things are all rusted to most of them are rusted to the point where you can't even move them. And then a lot of the rods that were on the inside were either broken or detached,
twisted, and then just out of shape.
Totally messed up.
Yeah, the whole thing was seized up. It was probably a really great system when it was first designed and the bus was first built. Didn't work at all. So we figured, just because maybe two of the doors worked as designed, didn't mean that we could leave those as they are. If we were going to redesign one, we've got to do them all.
And we also we like the look of these. These are really pretty, and they have a lock that so each door has its own key.
No, they are actually all keyed the same.
So even the ones that are riveted versus the bolt ones. So there's 2 different keys.
That's another thing, because it's going to be a weird system, but the right side of the bus is going to have a different key than the left side of the bus.
Okay, so 2 keys. That's no big deal.
No big deal.
But still.
The locking mechanism on the original design used, as a lot of the coach buses do these days, used a pneumatic lock that was inside the bus, and it had a little bolt that would come down and just keep the mechanism in place. It would just lock it from the inside.
So it's part of the air system?
Yeah. A little switch by the driver's seat. It's still there. The driver would flip it, and it would just lock all the bay doors. That had been disconnected a while ago because I think the first owner had turned this into a storage unit for spare parts. And they just took off the locks for the bay doors, so they were always unlocked. So we had to find a way to lock them anyway. So that's why these latches are really handy with the locks in place like that. Yeah. So it's not the Fort Knox, but it'll do. Yeah, and I mean it's good enough. It does keep it locked. It keeps it weather tight. It keeps it closed, and that's really what we needed it to do, right? And it's the first time we've welded anything onto the bus. We're both very proud of the welding jobs. I did the first one, and I had to get up and weld upside down, and that was really fun. And then Patrick went and welded all the other ones one day when I was at work, so that was really cool. So today, like I said, we're in the process of everything's very dirty out here because it's very wet. Pacific Northwest, and it's been raining. But Patrick's in the process of cutting out all of these notches so that the handles will fit. So we'll show you some progress once we've gotten a bit more done. But we just wanted to give you a bit of an update on what these doors are going to be like and what our system is. Thank you. All right, so we're still in the middle of the process, but we wanted to show you that we now have 1,
2. That one's unlocked. 3. Handle's done. The driver's side. How you feeling, babe?
I'm feeling good. These ones don't have rods attached. That's why the latches are down.
Yeah. This one's like totally complete.
This one's finished. This one has rods attached, right? It's a little bit stiffer.
This is where I showed you all the inside of this one earlier.
Yeah.
So, these, okay, here's, if anybody cares, if we were to do this again, we would not buy the ones that have the,
bolts welded onto the back.
Yeah, we would get the rivets.
I originally got these ones first because I thought, well, a little bit more security. They don't have the rivets on the outside, which means people can't drill through. Well, of course they can still do it. Just rip it off. But so I thought that would be a little bit more safer. But boy, oh boy, it's hard. I don't think this particular brand is particularly well made. I think the bolts are sort of a little bit off on each one. So you make a template for one, it doesn't work for the others.
Yeah, it's a real pain in the butt. So on the
rivets,
on the other side, we're gonna have all of these handles are gonna have rivets, and it's got to be easier than this.
Well, each one is its own template. It has holes in it already. We just hold it up, drill through.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna take a lunch break, and then we're gonna do the other side.